We are also joined by Mr. Sanjay Kumar, Secretary, Department of School Education and Literacy. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. How can Bodhan AI help achieve universal literacy and numeracy at scale, sir?
Well, it's not a question of literacy levels per se. I think what artificial intelligence is planning to do is to reach out and give us better learning outcomes in our classrooms, make the learning more enjoyable and improve the classroom transaction for better pedagogy. So that is the larger point. So, often you say that in a classroom there are, let's say, 40 odd people and there is one teacher. Can he pay enough attention to the personalized learning requirement of each and every student? And the answer is often no. And for the first time, artificial intelligence is giving us an opportunity to reach out to every student and adapt itself to the learning outcome and the understanding of that particular student. So it's a great opportunity for us.
Indeed, sir. And in what ways will AI support, teachers with pedagogy, as you were saying, and also classroom management? Mr. Kumar.
Yes. So now there are two or three things together. You see, so first of all is, let us have a look at the classroom transaction. So AI can help the teacher to develop a lesson plan. You want to teach a particular chapter, let's say of class 6. You feed that into your system and the AI will generate a lesson content for you. It'll tell you exactly how things are to be taught and in what manner they are to be taught. It will also create assessment plan for the teacher. That is assuming that there are children of multiple varieties. So you might create 3 levels of assessment: children who are very good, children who are average, and children who are below average. So it will create an assessment plan also, and then you can ask those questions and the AI will also help you in making those assessments. So thereby lessening the job of the teacher so he can concentrate more on the pedagogy of it. It also would make the classroom much more interesting because AI can bring in different kinds of material. So, you have a book. AI can give you something which is a video. It can give you a comical appearance. It can give you an animation. It can give you a kind of a podcast. So several qualities of pedagogy can be rolled out into one to make the classroom experience more enjoyable.
Mr. Kumar, what safeguards are needed to ensure, responsible and ethical AI adoption in education?
First of all, we need to understand AI. And I'm very happy to say that the Ministry of Education took a decision that we are going to bring in computational thinking and artificial intelligence as a part of curriculum in our schools from class 3 onwards. We hope that in the new academic year, we roll it out. I think AI is already impacting us and we are already living with AI. So for students, it is very important that first of all, where all AI has impacting us and where all it has entered our lives. It is also very important to understand what artificial intelligence is. And once you understand what artificial intelligence is, what are its ethical boundaries, it is extremely important to understand that. There are issues with respect to pedagogy that maybe if the mind is not very mature and if you start using artificial intelligence, then there are people who are saying that perhaps it may lead to, some kind of a cognition loss. So we need to be a little careful to what extent we introduce it. But then the point is that artificial intelligence is there and there is no way we can get away from it. We must leverage the advantage of artificial intelligence, make our students learn it while being aware of its limitations and the kind of ethical boundaries it is providing us.
But Mr. Kumar, also, how will Bodhan AI help to ensure equitable access? This is a question I asked our other guest as well. Equitable access across India's linguistic and socio-economic diversity.
So let me come back and begin from an example. If you would recall, last year when the Honorable Prime Minister had gone to Paris, he said that, can the artificial intelligence show me a person writing with left hand? because most of the large language models are trained on a right-hander. So even in the Western world, the amount of information you have, you do it on the basis of that. It was also felt that we must have something of our own, a sovereign LLM. And that has given rise to the idea of Bodhan AI. We must have our own large language model, and that is going to come from us from Bodhan AI. So AI is there with us for a long time. You know, in the budget of 2024, Government of India took a decision to set up AI for agriculture, which has gone to IIT Ropar, AI for urban governance, which has gone to IIT Bombay, and health to IIT Delhi. Last year in the budget announcement, a decision was taken that we will set up a center for excellence for AI in education per se, and that has gone to IIT Madras. So IIT Madras is powering it, and Bodhan AI is an outcome of that. So once Bodhan AI comes, then we will know exactly the kind of things we need to do. For instance, let me give you an example. We are a multilingual country, and the National Education Policy 2020 says that you must learn in your mother tongue.
Yes.
But then we also need books in all other languages. We also need content in all other languages. Now, Bodhan AI gives us that power to do that. It can translate simultaneously one language into another. So for instance, if a good teacher is teaching at one particular place, it could be directly streamed into various classes in various states in the language in which children want to study.
Mr. Kumar, how can Bodhan AI position India as a leader in AI-enabled education globally, let's say?
Yes, so I mean, we are going to create a DPI of our own, and as you mentioned that, develop an education stack. Many of these things are quite agnostic of the curriculum. So once you have the technology, I think India will be in a position to reach out to the global south and offer this as a product.
A final question to you, Mr. Sharma. With startups involved, how does the success, when we look at, let's say, by 2030, what would you think Bodhan AI will look like? How will our classrooms, universities, skilling centers look?
Look, I think the Honorable Minister put it very nicely. We have the data, we have the talent to build on this data, we have the infrastructure, and we have the policy framework. And the idea with that is to develop Bodhan AI and make it available across all classrooms, right from K to research. The success of this is that a decent chunk of India's economic output, a decent chunk of India's research output, at that point in time will be driven by this DPI stack.
Right. Same question to you, Mr. Kumar. What does the government of India look like? I mean, look at, how the path forward in terms of, let's say, every year, how would you like AI to be utilized increasingly, incrementally?
We would want all our children to learn AI at different levels. We could use AI for educational governance. As I mentioned earlier, the classroom transaction is going to become very interesting, and more learning outcomes would emerge out of that. We also need large data analytics because, there are 25 crore children in school education. If I'm going to get a sense of what the learning outcomes are across the country, across different subjects, then there's a huge amount of data which is emerging out of it. AI is going to help us in making sense of that data to take decision as to how learning outcomes can be improved in classrooms across the country. And this is extremely important because we are looking to becoming a Vikasit Bharat by the year 2047. We need to start innovating. We need to invent new technologies. And for this, learning outcomes in our school is very important. And I think artificial intelligence is going to make that easier. It is going to make it much more interesting.
We leave it there. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, Secretary, Department of School Education and Literacy, and Mr. Ashutosh Sharma, Head of Investments, India and Southeast Asia for Prasar Thanks very much for being with us. Now,
Thank you.